Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to discuss soloing and how to start playing better solos. If you're like I was for years, you're playing all the right scales, all the notes, but your solos still sound like you're just running up and down patterns with no meaning or direction, or worse, just totally incoherent with no flow or logic to them. The reason? You're thinking about improv completely backwards. Most jazz musicians believe that if they just learn enough scales or transcribe and memorize enough licks, everything will magically fall into place over the years. After all, that's the advice you see, right? But the truth is, the best solos aren't built on scales. Scales are just the jumping off point and tell you what the available notes are that define the harmony. They're not meant to be played how they're explained in books and in jazz education, just running up and down them and using all the available notes. You will never be playing all of the available notes of a scale or root to root in real-world improv situations. They're built on targeting the right notes at the right time that expresses the underlying harmony of that chord. Today, I'm going to show you how one simple shift, how starting or landing on chord tones alone, can greatly enhance your solos, making them sound more melodic and intentional. Let's dive right in. All right, here's how to instantly start sounding more melodic in your solos without learning any new scales at all. We're just going to play chord tones. So forget scales completely for a second. I'm just going to start with thirds, fifths, and sevenths of every chord, and I'm going to do this over an F blues. So the first chorus is going to be all thirds, second chorus fifths, and the third chorus sevenths. And I am going to use some chromatics, some chromatic approach tones, and some enclosures around the chord tones to give it a little more interest. But you can start with just hitting the chord tones themselves in a rhythmic way before you start to do all that. But I will show all that just because it has more interest and it'll sound a little better. And what's going to make this all work is the rhythm. So really work on your accenting and the swing, all the things I always talk about in just about every video. All right, so here we go. So do you feel and hear how that one note, the chord tone, just locks everything into place? That's what creates the sound of jazz. Not scales, not really licks, but hitting the right chord tones at the right time with the right rhythm and on certain beats. You notice even with simple notes like that and very simple soloing, the solo starts to feel like it's telling more of a story and has more flow and structure. So the beauty of this is you can do this on any tune and you can make it much more complex. This is just a basic way of playing the chord tones and using some enclosures and chromatic notes to get there. What I recommend is you really try and land your phrase on an and, like the and of 3, the and of 4. That's what will make it sound better than landing on a downbeat, especially if you complete a 2-5-1 or you land back on the tonic chord. The and of 4 will always sound good. If you ever felt like your solos lack direction or that they're just wandering aimlessly through the changes, this is one of your major ways out. But what I showed you today is just scratching the surface. Coming out the second week of this April 2025 is my brand new course on the most effective and powerful soloing techniques and principles, Meaningful Melodies. I've put together an entire step-by-step system for building solos that tell a story. It's comprehensive and goes in depth on how to use chord tones, motifs, rhythmic variations, how to really level up your scales and arpeggios, compositional devices, and more. The best part is none of it relies on transcribed phrases. It teaches you the principles of improv and how to develop your own unique voice that you can use on any tune. And it goes over using everything I've learned in my entire 30-plus year music career. It's not for beginners, but if you're intermediate or early advanced and you're struggling to break through to that next level, this is for you. If you're serious about leveling up your improv skills, getting out of your stock habits, and unlocking your true unique voice as an improviser, sign up for the waitlist in the description and get an instant, detailed sneak peek video of what's covered inside the course, absolutely free. Link is in the description below. Let me know in the comments what stood out to you most. Leave a comment about your soloing struggles, and as a call to action, I want you to try out what I went over in the video this week on a tune you know. If you liked the video, please like and subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, and check out the free guides in the description below. There's a guide on where to start if you're new to jazz piano or coming from a classical background. There's a practice structuring guide if you're overwhelmed and feeling disorganized. And you can download my modes cheat sheet, which covers all the modes of major and melodic minor. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.